It's James from godispoor.org here in Albany, New York, and again, and I don't know if you can tell from the steam coming out of the smokestacks there, along with the smoke, that it's very cold today. And over there's the cathedral and the Corning Tower and a state office building. And if you see right between the Corning Tower and the hedges here, there's a walkway from that parking garage over there to the Empire State Plaza, to the indoor concourse that's underground. And there's a man sleeping in a stairwell over there. And it reminds me of the fact that in the Gospels, Mark and Luke, rich people don't really come off as favored by Jesus. But in Matthew, Jesus is rich, right? He starts off life with gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's a lot of money. The family has to go into exile because of the slaughter of the innocents. But both of these things are in Matthew alone, which makes me wonder about the Gospel of Matthew and the spin it puts on the story of Jesus. But in Matthew, Jesus has money, at least to start. And in John, Jesus resurrects his best friend, a very rich man named Lazarus. Whereas in Mark or Luke, Lazarus is a beggar who is rebuffed by a rich man who lives in a house at the gates of which Lazarus lies. And the rich man goes to hell for not taking care of Lazarus. So I don't know. I certainly am not going to do more tonight for the man sleeping in the stairwell. It's not as cold as elsewhere, but and hopefully he doesn't get kicked out. So yeah, I'm not eager to go to heaven, but I would rather deserve it than not. Anyway, it's interesting to look at how rich folk come off in Matthew and John versus Mark and Luke. There seems to be a difference of opinion. So to me, Mark and Luke are stories as told from the perspective of the son, and who favors the poor, and Matthew and John are told from a perspective closer to that of the father, which would give rich people a lot of latitude in the way I understand these things. So it's James for godispoor.org on a cold night.